to share this with you guys. I hope it's not too loud, but this is my favorite sound. I love that sound when the waves are breaking on a beach that's all stone. It's the greatest sound when the waves pull it back. Oh, it's just so good. So I'm just sitting here though, and literally I'm walking along the beach, and this is like one of the only parts of the beach that's covered this way. Listen, it's awesome. And so I just stopped to listen because it's so cool, and it's not everywhere you find that. But I wanted to share just an insight that I was thinking about as I was walking here, and it's this like, oftentimes when I'm stuck on a problem, I just go for a walk. There's a Latin phrase, I'm gonna probably mess it up, solvitur ambulando, which means it is solved by walking. And we get really caught up in I don't know how. It's been maybe my number one scapegoat my whole life up until recently. And I was at a great event called Evolving Out Loud. This guy named Kyle Cease, and he talked about the how is about you. So if you're stuck on how, it's all about you. How am I gonna do this so I get the right result so that I get something out of it? And whatever it is that you're creating, if it's a coaching business or anything else, often we need other people to bring our dreams to life. And so it's easy to get caught up on ourselves when we want to bring something to life. And so if you're stuck on how, I wanted to teach you this little trick that I created to get from how back into action that's outside of you and just like getting the right result to get something out of it so that you can get a certain specific product or outcome or result or answer that you think is the thing that you need or that you want. And so again, if we're talking about how, then it's all about you, or mostly or a lot about you, right? How do I get a result from and doing this thing right so that I can actually get something out of it. But instead, and that's a really difficult place to get into, because if you're stuck in how, oftentimes you're all in the mind, you're in thought, you're in trying to solve a problem or strategize your way out of something, or like it's very easy to get kind of stuck in the brain space when you're in the how. Very frustrating, and you can really kind of spiral out when you're kind of stuck in how. It's also defeating, because if you can't figure it out, then the kind of subtle implication of that is that you won't get what you want. And that's actually not true at all. It's just that the how, being stuck in the how kind of makes it seem like there's only one way to get what you want. But if instead of how, just a little fun fact, instead of how, we kind of pause for a moment and just put it aside. Like, if I don't have to know how for a moment, get ready, this is gonna be awesome. Listen. Is that not the coolest fucking sound you've ever heard? So, if you're stuck in the how, take a pause and just set it aside and come back to why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. Like, not like the next thing you're doing, but why are you bringing to life the thing that you want to bring to life? Why are you pulling it into the world? Why are you creating it in the first place? If you're a coach, why are you coaching? What do you want for people? So you see how why takes it away from you and brings it back to like the whole purpose of what you're creating in the first place. And when you can connect to your why, when you can connect back to your truth, often it's about something bigger than you. It's about a purpose. Oh, we're gonna go again. Here, hold on. I know, I just can't stop. It's the best sound ever. When we connect to why, we connect to a bigger purpose. And why always comes from the heart. And if you're not feeling it in your body, then you're still in your head and you need to dig a little deeper. Keep asking yourself, why is it important that I create this? Why is it important that I create that? And then go another layer. Why is that important? Why is that important? Why is that? Why does the world, you, me, somebody need this? And when you get deep enough into your why, you will feel it in your body. And then you're in your heart. So you'll always know from that why, what's next. And often when we're creating a what's next, I don't mean like every step, just the next step. What's the next step? And often when we're coming from a place of why, the next step almost doesn't matter. It's like, oh, I'll just do that, or I'll do that, or I'll do that, or I'll do that. And you notice that your how, from this struggle place of I need to do the right next thing, becomes this I could do anything. It doesn't even matter as long as I start to get this why out into the world. And so it looks like this. If you're stuck in the how, connect to the why, and from your place of why in your body, you will just know what's next. So from how to why to what. And if you're really stuck and you're really stuck in here, go for a walk. Find your space in nature on the planet, whether it's this totally weird little like cave thing that I'm sitting in right here, or if it's the woods or the park by your house. Get out of your head, get into your body, because in your body is where your true why sits. And if you're connected to your why, there are infinite ways. If you're connected to your why, there are infinite hows. How about that? So get out, go for a walk, get out of your head, get into your body, get out of your mind, get into your heart, and that will help you get out of you and get into your creating something for the rest of the world. So I'll give you one more listen as I wrap it up. All right, go for a walk.